Nakusinikela wena uNkulunkulu uphila konke kwethu. Nako konke okuyizidingo zethu ngalezi zinsuku. Uba usibonakalise siyakholwa ukuba akekho omunye namandla ngaphezu kwakho nangaphandle kwakho. Sikhothamela Nkosi engcwele ebukhulwini bakho. uNkulunkulu wamandla. Wenza imisebenzi yamandla. Konke kwenziwa nguwena, konke kwadalwa nguwena. Akukho khona ngaphansi kwesibhakabhaka ongekho ngaphansi kwamandla akho. Sindisi wethu engcwele siyabuza siyathandaza. Sikhulekela lezi ikhali siphakathi kwazo uba uzibonakalise. Ziveze uba uNkulunkulu. Sibonga izwi lakho Baba elisivuselelayo elisinikeza ithemba. Sibonga izwi lakho elisivusayo ebuthongweni bethu. Uba Nkosi engcwele sikhumbule uba Nkosi ukholwa kwethu kwakhiwe kuloko esibonile naloko esingakubonanga. Kepha lokho esingakubonanga Baba kungamandla akho. Esikholwa yikho kakhulu Nkosi yami njengoPawulo umpostoli. uNkulunkulu engcwele ethi zonke lezi zinto zingezesikhashana zingumfanekiso wezinto ezizayo. Siyakholwa uba uNkulunkulu ophilayo amandla ezayo makhulu angaphezulu amandla ngaphezu kwezinto esezibonakele. Siza ke Nkosi engcwele ukuba singaqindeki ekukholweni kwethu. Ukukholwa kwethu kufiphaliswe izinto esizibonile nalezo sikholwe yizo ngokubona. Kepha senze Nkosi engcwele ukuba ukholwa kwethu kucije ngalezo zinto esithemba ngazo ezingakabonakali ngamehlo. Njengezwi lombhalo uthi amehlo awabonanga indlebe azikuzwanga. Lokho uNkulunkulu abekela abamethembayo. Mesiya wethu engcwele siza kuwena ngokukholwa nangokwethemba. uNkulunkulu phezu kwento zonke. Sibonga leli thuba lokuba phakathi kwendlu yakho. Sibonga leli thuba lokudumisa. Mawuphakanyiswe, mawudunyiswe uJesu Kristu Nkosi yethu. Amen. Baba wethu sizwe. Mahlonishwe igama lakho. Ubuso wakho mawuze. Intando yakho mayenziwe emhlabeni njengasezulwini. Usiphe ukudla okwaneleyo. Thethelela amacala ethu. Njengoba sibathathela abanamacala kithi. Ungasingenisi kulingweni, kodwa sindise ngoba umbuso ngowakho namandla nobukhosi uze kube phakade. Amen. Ukulunga nodumo nobukhosi namandla makuhlale uNkulunkulu nakuJesu Kristu nakuMoya Oyingcwele kuze kube phakade. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Salam ibuye, salam ibuye, salam ibuye. izibusiso zonke zivela kuNkulunkulu ethi umbhalo ngoba zonke izipho ezinhle nezilungile zivela kuNkulunkulu oyise wabo bonke. Sibonga uNkulunkulu osibusisayo siphakathi kwendlu yakhe nezwi lakhe. Esaziyo ukuthi awukho omunye umthombo wezibusiso ngaphandle kaNkulunkulu. Amen. Asikho isihlahla umuntu angasikhomba kuso athi lapha kulehlahla mufika ukha leyo muthi uzobusiseka. Awukho umfula esingaya kuwo athi umuntu mayophuza kuya mfula uzobusiseka. Izibusiso zonke esizaziyo uma sikhuluma ngezibusiso asikhulumi ngeinhlanhla. Uma sikhuluma ngezibusiso siyazi ukuthi sitholakala kuNkulunkulu kuphela. Amen. Ngakho-ke siyabonga uNkulunkulu osibusisayo siphakathi kwendlu yakhe ngezwi lakhe. Bazalwane kumnandi uma uhleli phansi ngizwa lokhu nani nihleli ngizwa. Uma uhleli phansi uzwe ukuthi uNkulunkulu uyakhuluma. Amen. Uphuma ugcwele emoyeni wakho ngoba abantu bangakhuluma into zonke futhi abantu bayakhuluma. Kufanele futhi abantu bakhulume ngoba ukukhuluma bakuphiwe. Haleluya. Amen. Ukukhuluma abantu uNkulunkulu usiphile ukukhuluma ngakho ukhuluma abantu bakuphiwe. Kodwa uma sekukhulunywa izwi likaNkulunkulu ufika endaweni la khona akhathali ukuthi abantu bangathini. Akhathali ukuthi abantu bangathini. Kodwa uma sekukhuluma izwi likaNkulunkulu lithulisa zonke izinto. Haleluya. Amen. Thula bazalwane. Amen. Ngakho kuyintokozo enkulu kumina ukuzwa izwi kaNkulunkulu loshunyayela phakathi kwethu uthi umcotsho ngokuphiwa uNkulunkulu namhlanje kukhona amakholwa angakholwa. Kukhona amakholwa angakholwa. Ngakho kule nkonzo namhlanje sizokhunjuzwa futhi sizophiwa ukuthi sibe amakholwa akholwayo. Amen. Leli zwi namhlanje ehlala emoyeni wami nengithathe emoyeni wami ukuthi kubalekile ukuba sibe amakholwa akholwayo. Amen. Ngoba kukhona ukuba yikholwa elingakholwa. Ukuba yikholwa elingakholwa kuqhutshwa yini? Kuqhutshwa izinto ezimbili. Okokuqala kuqhutshwa ignorance. La iqale khona ukuthi uma ungazihloli ukuhlakanipha kwakho, ungazihloli ukuqwasha kwakho kuba wazi kangakanani nanokuthi ukwenza kangakanani uthi uJesu Kristu nimbiza nithi inkosi inkosi kodwa nibe ningakwenzi engikushoyo. Amen. Ngoba base bejwayele ukuthi ngurabi bamthatha njengabafundi bonke noma bamthatha njengabafundisi bonke orabi babaJuda. Ngoba ekukholweni kwabo ikakhulukazi bengaphansi kwabafundisi nezikhulu zabaJuda bonke inkolo yonke abakhule ngayo eyayumthetho kaMoses. Base bejwayele ukuthi hayi uyakwazi ukuyigcina imithetho kodwa ingaguquki inhliziyo yakho. Amen. Basephila leyo mpilo. Babephila leyo mpilo ukuthi bayafundiswa, bayayazi imithetho futhi bayayigcina imithetho. They are ticking the boxes bese njalo babengena beletha inikelo yabo baphiliswe. And therefore they were used to a cold faith. Ngamanye amazwi ukholwa okungenakholwa phakathi. They were used, it had become systemic and institutionalized phakathi kwabo. And therefore uma uJesu efika bamlandela ngaleyo attitude abebelandela ngayo izikhulu zabaJuda. Uthi uJesu ke uma ebavusa nisho lana ukuthi inkosi inkosi kodwa nibe ningakwenze ngikushoyo. And he was challenging their ignorance. Ukuthi namhlanje ekukholweni kwethu nasekwamukeleni kwethu umoya engcwele singabi labo ikakhulukazi emva kweminyaka emingaka uNkulunkulu ehamba kanye nathi singayitholi siyilabo abathi inkosi kodwa sebesingakwenza kushoyo. That is the first part. It is the ignorance and it is easy bazalwane to be ignorant. It is very easy to be ignorant.
ngiyaphinda njengoba sonke singofakazi ngithi izinto esizibona esizweni sethu namhlanje, the very people who fought for our liberation, the very people who fought for our government, that we may govern the country, are the very people today who are destroying the very things that they fought for. It is the very people who are taking us for granted. It is the very people who are taking the responsibility of governing for granted. It is the very people. Izinto abantu abazenzayo nabazishoyo namhlanje. Ngilalele clip, and I mean these are things that are in the public space. One of the leaders was saying, it is wrong for government to want to hold someone accountable every quarantine with corona, because if you are trying to hold them accountable, their immune system will fail and they will die. And you think, I can't believe what my ears are hearing. I can. At a time where we should be showing accountability, where we should be holding each other accountable, at a time where we should be showing remorse, we have failed the nation. We are using this opportunity to hide behind our ignorance. And these are the things that we are challenged with today. It is very easy. Abantu who fought in the streets and people who experienced so much, who saw greater things and much more horrific things as some whose families died. But these are the people today that are leading us with ignorance. And they are hoping that we will remain ignorant and not challenged. Today, it is a day where we remember the birth of Mongameli Mandela, our first democratically elected leader. And it is significant today that we celebrate this day under these conditions. Because we are given an opportunity to also reflect on his life, on his sacrifices, on the government that he established. We are required to reflect on the meaning of his life, the meaning of his leadership, and to what degree did we learn from him. Not that he's a Messiah, but to what degree are we building upon the gains that he left behind when he transitioned into the spiritual world. And we know we are not a political church, we are not politically aligned, we are not government bashing, but we know, and today it does no longer require umuntu okholwa into ehlukile politically to point out ukuthi akune mistake. It is so obvious. Today it is just so obvious.
Amen.
That our leaders have failed this country. It is obvious. And it starts from ignorance. And what is ignorance? It starts from somebody taking something and not realizing in a ripple effect. I have personally stopped following some of the news of late, but you hear of stories of people who took money that was meant for the indigent, the people who are struggling right now, who are not employed. And it was this money that was supposed to assist about 350. I don't know what umuntu angenza ngo-350, but I know there are people that it means a lot for them, 350. But there are millions of people who have not received this money. The money was dispensed. And someone takes the money and goes and buys himself expensive cars. That is the country. I'm sorry, but because you have to connect the spiritual things with the political things and the physical things.
Amen.
And the ignorance, if I take 5 million and gipile, because the state has got trillions, it will not make any difference. And if I take 10 million, you won't feel it. It is that level of ignorance, of not realizing what my behavior, we are all interconnected. My behavior has got a ripple effect into it. And the fact that if I do it today, I will do it tomorrow, I will do it the next day, And the more I go on without being caught, it becomes a habit. And I enable. And if I am in leadership and I turn a blind eye to these things, I enable others to do it. And therefore, I may have allowed 1 or 2 people to do it, but I don't know how deep Lomkoti is. And suddenly I wake up and I realize Lomkoti, usi tunnel Western area. I cannot say which I wasn't responsible for that. I am fully responsible.
Amen.
So every leader that has enabled corruption in our state is fully responsible for everything that we are suffering right now.
Amen.
Because for a country like ours that has so much resources, we shouldn't be going through what we are going through right now.
Amen.
Yes, we should be challenged, like every country is, but we shouldn't be going through what we are going through right now. And I want us to acknowledge it is tough right now. But it is tough because of ignorance. Ignorance. And therefore, njengamakholwa, we cannot be ignorant. We cannot miss what our actions create, even in the spiritual world, and how it's got a ripple effect into eternity. But what you do today in the physical echoes into eternity. The second thing is unchecked beliefs. And as Nkocha was talking, I kept on thinking about limiting beliefs and how sometimes we don't realize that we've got limiting beliefs. And these limiting beliefs, they prevent us from developing faith. Athi umuntu ke ngiyakholwa. Kodwa inkolo yakhe inama limitations. Angekho aware of. And because ufaka isiphambano, because usenkonzweni ngesikhathi, because uphatha umkhumbuzo, because uyathandaza, and all the things that we do that are visible and they are symbolic, zisitshela ukuthi siyakholwa. But in our faith, because faith is made of these beliefs, in our faith we've got limiting beliefs. Yiwo lama limiting beliefs enza ukuthi even when God tests our faith as it is right now, our beliefs and therefore our knowledge prevents us from reaching out and exercising faith. And therefore, engathi uNkulunkulu can help us to dismantle what we believe and what we know, and move into a space of saying we don't know. God is doing a new thing and we don't know. We've never seen what He's doing and what He's about to do. And we are not going to limit Him by what we know, because we don't know. Abaningi abantu bawa ekholweni because they knew.
Amen.
Because they knew, they believed. And when God was acting against their knowledge, they struggled. Because it required them to let go of what they know and be where God is at. Ukuthula bazalwane. Siyabonga kakhulu izwi uNkulunkulu asipha lona namhlanje. Anginamazwi bazalwane. It was just to acknowledge the wonderful work that God is doing amongst us, and namazwi amnandi uNkocho asipha wona asivuselela emoyeni nasemphefumulweni sengathi uNkulunkulu angasipha lokho njalo. Ukuthula makube kini. Amen.
Amen.
Ngiselekele uNkocho siqhubekele phambili lethu zosuku namhlanje.
Thula kwasezweni labesemhlabeni. Amen. Siyabonga bazalwane. Amazwi umholi asigoqela ngawo inkonzo kungikhumbuza uma abaIsraeli ngithi kwaku David esemdala bethi I noma ungayanga impini, just your presence ukuba khona kwakho we know ukuthi uNkulunkulu isona side. So kuba khona kamholi phakathi kwethu kuyinto enkulu kakhulu bazalwane. Amen. Nengicela ukuthi siphinde sithabe futhi sibonge ungena kwakho umholi phakathi kwethu. Sithi amen. 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 Siyabonga kakhulu bazalwane. Ngizocela ukuba okubona abasiphethele imemezelo beze ngaphambili. Mhlawumbe siqale ngokuphelelisa ukukhonza kwethu ngokunikela bese kuza abasiphethele imemezelo nabazos direct ukuthi as we get into the second session ukuthi kuhleleke kanjani I see uNkosazana uChibi, uMnumzana Mabaso, those who are part of the committee, to just guide us ukuthi as silungela for the session. Quite an exciting milestone, bazalwane. So we'll be guided by the team to say kuzoqhubeka kanjani. Kodwa ngaphambi kwalokho asiphelelise bazalwane ukhonza kwethu ngokuba sinikele phambi kaNkulunkulu. Amen.
Amen.
Babenside ngoba mine ngithembele kuwe. Babenside ngoba mine ngithembele kuwe. Oh babenside ngoba mine ngithembele kuwe. Ngiyabonga, 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 ukungisikele. Ngiyabonga, 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 ukungibambisa. Oh babenside ngoba mine ngithembele kuwe. Oh babenside ngoba mine ngithembele kuwe. Ngiyabonga, 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 ukungisikele. Ngiyabonga, 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 ukungisikele. Ngiyabonga, 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 ukungibambisa. Oh babenside ngoba mine ngithembele kuwe. Oh babenside ngoba mine ngithembele kuwe. Ngiyabonga, 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 ukungibambisa.
Okwamfishane bazalwane, qale ngibingelele umholi ekhona phakathi kwethu umgcotshwa, abagcotshiwe bonke abakhulu nabancane ukuthula wasezweni ngokusemhlabeni. Bazalwane, kunohlelo oluzolandela lapha which is very exciting. Esizocela ukuthi nisiphe about 15 minutes for us to set up for. So sizocela kuMahlobo noMgcotshwa ukuthi bekhululeke for a few minutes, lo 15 minutes nebandla lonke, ebese sibuya ke sizoqala nalolu hlelo olulandelayo. To those that are live streaming the service today, sizocela nabo ukuthi bona-ke ngoba basemakhaya bahlale phansi behlabelele kakhulu kunakuqala lo 15 minutes. So mase sibuya bese siqhubeka nohlelo. Ngiyabonga. Amen. Amen.
Ngiyabonga, ngiyabonga, ngiyabonga.